Welcome back to channel. Today we are exploring the top 4 most amazing Lincoln Memorial pennies that most people overlook every day. These small 1-cent coins may look ordinary, but some of them hide rare features, valuable errors, and surprising collector demand. Every coin in this list has its own unique story, and one of them could even turn out to be a hidden treasure worth serious money. So watch till the end, because what looks like just a simple penny might actually change everything. First coin. The 1972D Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin may look like an ordinary penny, but some collectors believe that certain rare examples could be hiding incredible value. Every year, thousands of people spend old pennies without taking a closer look. Some of those coins end up in circulation, forgotten in jars, piggy banks, and old collections. Yet among them could be a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. The Lincoln Memorial cent was one of the most recognizable coins in American history. The 1972D penny was produced at the Denver Mint and features the famous portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the front. Lincoln's image had appeared on the cent since 1909, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in United States history. On the reverse side, the coin displays the Lincoln Memorial, a design that was introduced in 1959 to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. This iconic design remained in use until 2008, becoming familiar to generations of Americans. The 1972D Lincoln cent was struck primarily from a composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc. This gives the coin its classic reddish-brown appearance. The coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams and has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. Its thickness is about 1.52 millimeters. Despite its small size, this humble coin carries a rich historical legacy. What makes certain 1972D pennies so exciting to collectors is the possibility of rare varieties, minting errors, and unusual conditions. While millions were produced, not every coin was created exactly the same. Tiny differences during the minting process can transform an ordinary coin into a highly desirable collectible. Collectors carefully examine these coins for unusual features. They look for strong details in Lincoln's hair, sharp lettering, unusual die characteristics, and signs of rare production mistakes. Some coins may display off-center strikes, doubled features, die cracks, or other unusual minting anomalies. These characteristics can dramatically increase collector interest. Condition is another major factor. A circulated coin with heavy wear may only be worth a small premium, but a very fine example with attractive surfaces can draw significant attention. Coins that retain strong details despite years of circulation are often favored by collectors. The coin in this example shows circulated surfaces and visible scratches, but remains in very fine condition. This level of preservation allows many important design details to remain visible. Collectors appreciate coins that tell a story through their wear while still maintaining attractive overall eye appeal. One reason Lincoln cents remain so popular is their accessibility. Almost everyone has handled a penny at some point in life. This familiarity creates a powerful emotional connection among collectors. Searching through old rolls, jars, and inherited collections can feel like a treasure hunt, and every coin has the potential to reveal something unexpected. The rarity of a coin depends on several factors. Low survival numbers, unusual minting characteristics, collector demand, and condition all play important roles. Even when millions of coins were originally struck, only a small number may survive today in desirable collectible condition. Collector demand for Lincoln cents continues to remain strong. New collectors often begin with pennies because they are affordable and historically significant. Experienced collectors, meanwhile, search for rare dates, high-grade examples, and unusual varieties. This broad interest helps maintain an active market for Lincoln cent collecting. Stories of valuable pennies discovered in pocket change have inspired countless collectors. Some people have found important coins while sorting through old family collections. Others have uncovered treasures hidden in forgotten jars or rolls of cents purchased from banks. These discoveries remind collectors that valuable coins can sometimes appear in the most unexpected places. If a rare 1972D Lincoln cent possesses exceptional characteristics, strong condition, and collector appeal, its market value could become surprisingly impressive. High-end examples with unique features often attract intense competition whenever they appear at auction. Collectors are willing to pay substantial premiums for coins that are difficult to find. For anyone searching for valuable Lincoln cents, patience is essential. Examine each coin carefully under good lighting. Use a magnifying glass to inspect lettering, dates, mint marks, and surface details. Store promising coins in protective holders to prevent additional wear or damage. Avoid cleaning old coins. Cleaning can permanently damage the original surfaces and significantly reduce collector value. Even if a coin appears dirty or toned, it is usually better to leave it untouched. Natural surfaces are generally preferred by experienced collectors. Keeping records of your discoveries can also be helpful. Document dates, mint marks, and unusual features. Comparing your coins with trusted coin references may reveal characteristics that deserve closer examination. The enduring appeal of the 1972D Lincoln Memorial cent comes from its combination of history, accessibility, and the possibility of hidden rarity. What appears to be an ordinary penny may actually represent a fascinating piece of American numismatic history. Each coin has traveled through countless hands, witnessed decades of change, and survived long enough to reach today's collectors. In the end, the true excitement of coin collecting lies in the search itself. Every penny examined could be the one that stands apart from the rest. The 1972D Lincoln Memorial cent reminds us that treasures do not always come in gold or silver. Sometimes they arrive disguised as a simple 1-cent coin that people overlook every day. Before spending any old penny, take a second look. A forgotten coin hiding in a drawer, a jar, or a pocket could be far more valuable than anyone ever imagined. For collectors, that possibility is what makes the hunt so exciting and keeps the dream of discovering hidden treasure alive. Next coin, the 1968D Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin, is part of a historic series that continues to fascinate collectors around the world. At first glance, it may look like an ordinary copper penny used in daily transactions, but in reality, it represents a long era of American coin production and holds potential collectible significance that many people overlook. The obverse of the coin features the well-known portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This design has been used since 1909, making it one of the most iconic and longest-running portraits in United States coin history. Lincoln's image represents honesty, leadership, and the foundation of American democracy, which is why it has remained on the cent for more than a century. On the reverse side, the coin displays the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959. The memorial building includes a detailed engraving of the seated statue of Abraham Lincoln inside, which adds depth and artistic value to such a small coin. This reverse design remained in circulation for decades and became a familiar symbol for generations of Americans. The 1968D Lincoln cent was minted at the Denver Mint, identified by the small D mint mark located below the date. This mint mark is important for collectors as it shows where the coin was produced and helps distinguish it from other mint locations such as Philadelphia or San Francisco. In terms of composition, the coin consists of 95% copper and 5% zinc. This gives the penny its classic reddish-brown appearance and solid metallic feel. It weighs approximately 3.11 grams, with a diameter of 19.05 millimeters and a thickness of about 1.52 millimeters. These standard specifications were consistent across Lincoln cents during this era. Although billions of 1,968 pennies were produced, only a fraction survive today in collectible condition. Most coins entered circulation and experienced heavy wear through daily use, making well-preserved examples increasingly difficult to find over time. The example described here is in very fine circulated condition with visible scratches. Even though it shows signs of wear, many important design details remain visible. Lincoln's portrait is still recognizable, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse retains much of its structural detail, allowing collectors to appreciate its original artistry. Rarity in coin collecting is not always about how many coins were minted. Instead, it often depends on how many survive in good condition today. Coins that avoid heavy damage, corrosion, cleaning, or extreme wear become more desirable as time passes and availability decreases. Collectors are especially interested in Lincoln cents due to their historical importance and accessibility. Many collectors begin their journey with pennies because they are easy to find and affordable. Over time, they learn to identify rare varieties, high-grade coins, and minting errors that can increase value significantly. Collector demand for the Lincoln Memorial Cent series remains strong worldwide. Beginners, hobbyists, and advanced numismatists all participate in collecting these coins. This wide interest keeps the market active and ensures that even common coins can hold steady, collectible value in better condition. One of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting is the possibility of discovering valuable coins in everyday places. Old piggy banks, inherited collections, bank coin rolls, and even pocket change have produced surprising discoveries. Many valuable coins have been found simply because someone decided to take a closer look. The claim of a $61,000 market value typically applies only to extremely rare cases, such as high-grade certified coins, mint errors, or special varieties that have been professionally authenticated. While most 1,968 Lincoln cents are not worth large amounts, rare exceptions can achieve high auction prices due to collector competition. Collectors carefully evaluate coins using several important factors. Condition is one of the most critical aspects, followed by strike quality, surface preservation, original luster, and eye appeal. Coins with strong details and minimal damage are always more desirable than heavily worn examples. Surface condition plays a major role in determining value. Scratches, corrosion, or cleaning marks can significantly reduce collector interest. Even if a coin is old, maintaining its natural surface is important for preserving long-term value. Proper storage is essential for protecting coins. Coins should be stored in protective holders, albums, or capsules designed to prevent damage from air, moisture, and handling. Improper storage can quickly reduce a coin's condition and future value. Another important rule for collectors is to avoid cleaning coins. Cleaning may seem like a way to improve appearance, but it actually damages the original surface and reduces numismatic value. Experienced collectors strongly prefer coins with natural toning and original surfaces. The Lincoln Memorial Cent series represents more than just currency. It reflects decades of American history, culture, and everyday life. Each coin has passed through countless hands and witnessed changes in the economy and society. This gives every penny a unique historical journey. The 1968D Lincoln cent reminds collectors that hidden value can exist in the most ordinary places. A coin that appears simple and common may actually hold collectible importance when examined carefully. This uncertainty is what makes coin collecting such a fascinating hobby. In conclusion, the 1968D Lincoln Memorial Cent is a powerful example of how everyday coins can carry hidden historical and collectible value. While most examples remain common, carefully preserved or unusual specimens can attract strong attention in the collector market. Its true significance lies not only in potential monetary value, but also in its connection to American history and coinage tradition. Before spending or ignoring an old penny, it is always worth examining it closely. Because sometimes, what looks like a simple 1-cent coin may actually be a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered by someone who understands its true worth. Next coin, the 1980 with D. Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin, belongs to one of the most widely circulated series in United States coin history, yet it continues to attract strong attention from collectors who understand that even common-looking pennies can sometimes hold surprising numismatic significance. Millions of people handle these coins every day without realizing that certain examples, especially those in higher condition or with unusual features, can become highly collectible over time. The obverse side of the coin features the timeless portrait of Abraham Lincoln, originally designed by Victor David Brenner. Since its introduction in 1909, this portrait has become one of the most iconic designs in American coinage. Lincoln's image represents leadership, integrity, and the historical foundation of the United States. Even after decades, this design continues to inspire collectors and historians alike. On the reverse side, the coin displays the Lincoln Memorial, a design that was first introduced in 1959. This detailed engraving shows the famous memorial building located in Washington, D.C., including the small but remarkable depiction of the seated statue of Abraham Lincoln inside. This design remained on the penny until 2008, making it one of the longest-running reverse designs in U.S. mint history. The 1980D Lincoln cent was struck at the Denver Mint and carries a small D mint mark below the date. This mint mark is important because it identifies the production location and helps collectors distinguish it from Philadelphia or San Francisco issues. While billions of 1980D pennies were minted, only a small percentage survive today in collectible condition. The composition of this coin is 95% copper and 5% zinc, giving it its traditional reddish-brown appearance. It weighs approximately 3.11 grams, has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters, and a thickness of around 1.52 millimeters. These specifications remained standard for Lincoln cents during this era, ensuring uniformity across millions of coins produced each year. Although the 1980 with D penny is considered a common date coin, its true collectible potential depends heavily on condition, surface quality, and any unusual minting characteristics. Coins that retain strong details, original luster, and minimal damage are always more desirable in the collector market. The example described here is in very fine condition, with circulated surfaces and visible scratches. Even though it has been used in circulation, many of the important design elements remain visible. Lincoln's facial features, the lettering, and the architectural details of the memorial can still be clearly seen, making it an appealing piece for collectors who appreciate circulated history. Rarity in coin collecting does not always depend on mintage numbers alone. In many cases, survival rate in high grade plays a much bigger role. While the 1980 with D Lincoln cent was produced in extremely large quantities, Finding examples in higher preservation today becomes more difficult as time passes due to wear, damage, and melting of copper coins in earlier decades. Collectors also search for special varieties and minting errors. These may include off-center strikes, die cracks, doubled dies, or unusual planchet characteristics. Even small variations that are not easily visible to the untrained eye can significantly increase interest among serious collectors. Collector demand for Lincoln Memorial cents remains consistently strong. This series is often the starting point for new collectors because of its accessibility and historical importance. At the same time, advanced collectors continue to pursue high-grade examples and rare varieties, keeping the market active and competitive. The idea of a coin reaching a market value of $61,000 typically applies only to extremely rare circumstances, such as top-grade certified coins, significant mint errors, or unique varieties that have been professionally graded and authenticated. Most standard 1980 with D Lincoln cents do not reach anywhere near this level, but exceptional discoveries do occasionally surprise the market. One of the most fascinating aspects of Lincoln cent collecting is the possibility of finding valuable coins in everyday places. People have discovered important coins in inherited collections, old jars, bankrolls, and even pocket change. This unpredictability is what keeps collectors constantly searching and examining every penny carefully. When evaluating coins, collectors focus on several important factors. Surface quality is critical, as scratches, corrosion, or cleaning marks can significantly reduce value. Strike quality is also important, as sharply struck coins tend to be more desirable. Original color and natural toning are often preferred over artificially cleaned surfaces. Proper storage is essential for preserving coin condition. Coins should be kept in protective holders or albums designed to prevent environmental damage. Exposure to air, moisture, or direct handling can gradually reduce a coin's visual appeal and long-term value. One of the most important rules in coin collecting is to avoid cleaning coins. Even though cleaning might make a coin look brighter initially, it permanently damages the natural surface and can greatly reduce its value to collectors. Original surfaces are always more respected in the numismatic community. The Lincoln Memorial Cent series represents more than just currency. It reflects decades of American history and everyday life. Each coin has passed through countless hands, witnessed economic changes, and served as part of daily transactions across the country. This long journey gives each penny a unique story. The 1980 with D Lincoln cent reminds collectors that value is not always obvious at first glance. What appears to be a simple 1-cent coin may actually hold historical significance, collectible appeal, or even rare characteristics that require careful inspection to identify. In conclusion, the 1980 with D Lincoln Memorial cent is a powerful example of how ordinary coins can carry extraordinary potential. While most examples remain common, carefully preserved or unusual specimens can attract strong attention in the collector market. Its true value lies not only in monetary terms, but also in its historical importance and connection to American coinage. For collectors and enthusiasts, every penny represents an opportunity. Before dismissing or spending an old coin, it is always worth examining it closely. Because sometimes, hidden within everyday change, there may be a small treasure waiting to be discovered, quietly holding a piece of history in its copper surface. Next coin, the 1982 with D Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin, belongs to one of the most important transitional periods in United States coinage history. At first glance, it looks like a simple, everyday penny, but it actually comes from a year that changed how Lincoln cents were produced forever. Many people still spend these coins without realizing their potential collectible significance. The obverse of the coin features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This portrait has been used since 1909 and remains one of the most recognizable designs in American numismatics. Lincoln's image represents unity, leadership, and the historical foundation of the United States. It is a design that has survived over a century and continues to attract collectors globally. On the reverse side, the coin displays the Lincoln Memorial, which was introduced in 1959. The design shows a detailed engraving of the memorial building located in Washington, D.C., including the small statue of Lincoln seated inside. This design remained in circulation for many decades and is considered one of the most classic reverse designs in U.S. coin history. The 1982 with D. Lincoln cent was minted at the Denver Mint and carries the small D mint mark below the date. However, what makes 1982 especially important is the change in composition that occurred during this year. Early in 1982 pennies were still made of 95% copper, but later in the year, production shifted to a copper-plated zinc composition. This transition created different varieties that collectors still study today. The coin's physical specifications depend on the composition. Copper cents weigh approximately 3.11 grams, while zinc cents weigh about 2.5 grams. The diameter remains 19.05 millimeters, and the thickness is approximately 1.52 millimeters. These subtle differences in weight and structure are very important for identifying the type of 1982 cent. This transitional year makes the 1982 series extremely interesting for collectors. The existence of multiple varieties, including copper large date, copper small date, zinc large date, and zinc small date, creates a complex collecting category. Each variety has its own rarity level and demand in the numismatic market. The example described here shows circulated surfaces with wear and tear, but still remains in fine condition. Even with signs of circulation, many design details are still visible. Lincoln's portrait remains recognizable, and the memorial structure can still be seen clearly on the reverse side. Rarity in the 1982 with D cent series is not only based on mintage numbers, but also on variety identification and survival rates. Because billions of pennies were produced, most are common, but certain types, especially in higher grades or specific varieties, are more desirable to collectors. Collector demand for Lincoln Memorial cents remains consistently strong. The 1982 transition year adds extra interest because collectors must carefully identify each variety. Beginners often start with Lincoln cents, while advanced collectors focus on completing full sets, including all 1982 types and mint marks. The idea of a coin being valued at $61,000 usually applies only to extremely rare cases such as high-grade certified specimens, major mint errors, or unique varieties that have been professionally graded. Most standard 1982 with D Lincoln cents are common, but exceptional examples can sometimes reach higher auction prices depending on condition and rarity factors. One of the most fascinating aspects of coin collecting is the possibility of discovering valuable coins in everyday places. Many collectors have found rare pennies in circulation, bankrolls, old jars, and inherited collections. The 1982 cent series is especially exciting because it includes varieties that are still actively searched today. Collectors evaluate coins using several key factors. Condition is extremely important, including surface quality, strike sharpness, and remaining luster. Even small scratches or cleaning marks can reduce a coin's value significantly. Original surfaces are always preferred in numismatic grading. Another important factor is weight testing. Because 1,982 pennies exist in both copper and zinc versions, weighing the coin helps determine its composition. This simple test is often used by collectors to quickly identify potential varieties worth closer inspection. Proper storage is essential for preserving coin quality. Coins should always be stored in protective holders or albums designed to prevent scratches, oxidation, and environmental damage. Even small exposure to moisture or improper handling can affect long-term value. One of the most important rules in coin collecting is to avoid cleaning coins. Cleaning may seem helpful, but it permanently damages the original surface and reduces collector interest. Experienced numismatists prefer naturally aged coins, even if they show wear or toning. The 1982 Lincoln Cent series represents a turning point in U.S. coin production history. The shift from copper to zinc composition marked a major change in minting practices and materials. This transition makes 1982 one of the most studied and collected years in the Lincoln Cent series. The emotional appeal of this coin lies in its hidden complexity. To most people, it is just a penny, but to collectors, it represents an important historical transition and a potential opportunity to find rare varieties still circulating today. In conclusion, the 1982 with D. Lincoln Memorial Cent is far more than an ordinary coin. It is a symbol of change in American coinage history and a key focus for collectors who search for transitional varieties and hidden treasures. While most examples are common, carefully examined or high-grade specimens can attract strong interest in the numismatic market. The true excitement of this coin lies in its unpredictability. A simple penny in your pocket could represent a copper variety, a rare condition example, or even a valuable discovery waiting to be recognized. That is why collectors continue to study the 1982 cent series so closely. Before spending any 1982 penny, it is always worth taking a closer look. Because sometimes what appears to be an ordinary 1-cent coin may actually be a small hidden treasure with a story far greater than its size suggests.